literally just makes noises into a mic. It's completely ad safe, family friendly. But she was like, no, you know what? I'm going to go on homophobic rants and
Mm-hmm.
read manifestos from murderers. I watched your video and I like the format where you have like 3, 4 people talking, discussing
Mm-hmm.
it. That's cool.
I didn't expect them to say
Yeah,
yes at all. I thought there was like ignore
that's
me
what
or
I was.
block me or like what. That's why I don't think React content is all bad. Maybe like do a XQC type reaction. I don't think that's all bad because again, you are being put on a higher platform and like you're
Mhm.
met with newer
Well,
eyes.
yeah,
So it's
I
like
think
it can't be all bad.
the person who's reacting to the video has a mature enough fan base to understand that. It's
Right.
good. I saw you were on stream with what's her name? Kayutbot?
A Cubot, oh.
How'd that happen? How did that
Okay.
happen? But what made you wanna do your video on her?
Of course I knew Angelica and I knew what she was happening, what was going on. And I saw she did an
Yeah.
apology. And
Mm,
I did an initial reaction on it. I was like going on it like kind of live, and I uploaded that,
mhm.
and that kind of well for me that blew up. That was like what like, I think almost 6K views, which is a lot for me. Um,
Yeah, that's not bad.
so that's how I got in it. I did that. I uploaded it. Cause well, 'cause initially in the video, I didn't really understand how deep it went. I was like super
Mhm.
surface level with it, and I knew like she was still
Yeah.
being like hateful and stuff. But I didn't know like how
Mhm.
deep it went, like how deep rooted. So then when I was like, okay, you
Yeah.
know what? Since I kind of like I was almost like I was pretty much uninformed on it, so I was like, okay, let me collect myself and actually like make a
Mhm.
proper video to it. So that's when I
Yeah.
did like the panel with other people.
Yeah, I feel like kind of the same. I actually had a subscriber because I made a video about JoJo and Luna Rex. I don't know if you saw that or heard about their drama.
um I think wait, who's JoJo
Oh, you don't know JoJo? Bro's like one of the biggest ASMR people. He's like
um
the Asian guy.
I don't think so.
He's literally like one of the biggest like male ASMR
Okay.
people. But if you look him up, you probably know him. But
Mm-hmm.
he has a like a side commentary channel where he talks about things, and he makes videos talking about ASMR drama, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes a bunch of videos, pretty much calling out like ASMR artists, and a lot of them are females.
Right.
And he, and the ones that are about females, people always call him sexist and stuff, which is kind of like whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like if he talks about men, it's fine, but then if he talks about women, it's sexist. So it's like,
Right.
come on. At least he's mutual, you
Like, cause
know.
he does both, right? Both type of
Yeah, I
videos.
mean, so yeah, but he made a video on this girl named Luna Rex,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "This ASMR needs to stop," and he talked about how her thumbnails were like inappropriate, and she does ear licking, and then she has
Yeah.
like an OnlyFans in her bio, that kind of stuff. And she made a video responding to him, but in her video, she didn't say his name. She was like, "Someone made a video about me, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with it." And I made a video basically summarizing both of them.
Mm-hmm. I meant to watch your
And
video. I had it saved in my like
mm,
things to watch, but I didn't get to. I
yeah,
didn't get
no
to that
worries.
yet.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you ever see it, let me
Yeah, because I was like,
give me
oh,
your
that thumbnail. I was
thoughts.
like, oh, what's happened? Like, this AMR has to stop. Like, yeah, I have to watch that.
Yeah. But yeah, I made a video summarizing that, and that was kind of like my first most viewed video, or at
Mm-hmm.
least in my case. It had like 10,000 views. I was like, damn, people like this ASMR drama.
No, yeah.
I don't even know why that's a thing, but
It's
people
it's
like
it's
it.
like a very niche community, but when they're like the
Right.
community is so like out there, it's like you would think they're like the
It is
biggest community on
wacky.
YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's real wacky. Like not even that, there's so much drama behind individual creators, and I think people forget these are still like rich people. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like it
right.
doesn't matter what they make. There's still rich people who have drama behind the scenes, and like I made a video on Karuna,
Hmm.
and that was crazy because she copyright struck the video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was like my first copyright strike when I first started YouTube was because I posted a Call of Duty leak, which that's understandable
Yeah, yeah.
because I like kind of like not broke the law, but I
It's like
violated their
if it's a leak,
copyright.
you're kind of like up in the air. Like,
Yeah, I'm being iffy there. So I was like, okay, whatever. But that was my first copyright strike against another creator.
hmm
And that's kind of like the golden rule of YouTube is like you don't strike people unless they steal your content.
hmm
Like if someone re-uploads your video, sure, you can copyright strike them. But if someone reviews your video and you just don't like it and you strike them, then you're like a douche. That's like
right.
common
That's not
knowledge
fair.
on YouTube. And she struck my video. So it's scary when you get struck because you have to go through this long process and you have to actually send them your legal information. Like you have to dox yourself.
Oh, you just send it to YouTube,
Yeah.
or send it to YouTube, or to like the
It
creator.
gets sent to her, I think.
Oh wow. Oh
And
my
she,
god.
yeah. And she can, at that point, because I don't have nothing to hide. Like,
Right.
yeah, I would prefer my data not be out there,
Uh-huh.
but I was like, it's not like I have some secret past that I'm trying to hide. So I was like,
hmm
sure, whatever. I appealed it. I won the appeal, but
Uh,
what sucks is she still has my information like forever.
and yeah, that's kind of weird. I feel like they should not
And it's stupid
have that.
because it doesn't give me her information. Like I wouldn't do anything with it, but why does the
Yeah.
person who abused copyright get my info, but I don't get theirs? It should be mutual
hmm
because then it would make people think about, do I really want to abuse copyright when I could get doxxed myself? You know,
It's kind of weird how that works.
it is really weird.
You trying to, I don't know. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. But like, if you're trying to fight the battle, you get to put your
Yeah,
information for them instead of like how you said, it's mutual.
exactly. And so she lost the appeal, or I won the appeal, so the video got put back up. I
Uh-huh.
privated it because I just didn't care to be in drama with her. Like she's not really worth my time.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
But back to the whole topic of like drama, when I was Googling her for my video, she has so much drama. And it's like, I'm not going to spread it here, but I mean, if someone Googled her name, there's so much drama. And it's like, dude, don't you just literally go like this, like in a mic? Like,
Yeah, like oh my, like
why is there like
you really
doxing
you shouldn't
allegations,
be
racism
right.
allegations?
Oh my god, like bro, just speaking to the mic, bro. I don't know. People just don't know how
Yeah,
to act normal.
it's
I don't know.
it's so weird. I made a funny joke about Angelica. I was like, this chick literally just makes noises into a mic. It's completely ad safe, family friendly. She's making bank, millions of views a video. All she had to do was keep doing that, but she was like, "No, you know what? I'm gonna go on homophobic rants and
hmm
read manifestos from murderers, things like
Yeah,
that."
like
I'm like,
dude, she was
"You're
going like
crazy.
off the
You're
rails,
going
bro.
bananas." It's a funny community. It really is. I
Right.
think that's why people like it because it's such a peaceful community that has such skeletons in their closet.
Yeah, it's like I really wouldn't think that, like honestly.
Mm-mm.
Even like if you're a casual viewer, or even if you're like, if you're
Yeah,
like really in it, you just wouldn't think it's like that. But I guess that's for
I
every
mean,
community.
there's a lot. I mean, there's a whole lot. Like, I don't really want to start throwing shade on people, but it's like there's specifics. Like, GB.
GBASMR, yeah.
Yeah, she actually made like during COVID, she ended up making this ASMR app, and it was actually in drama because the app was just stealing YouTube videos of other ASM artists. And then there was like this weird time where people were getting charged, but they weren't like uploading videos anymore and stuff like that. And it was a really weird app.
So she
And
read
I
it.
kind of
I
wanted to
did
make,
not even hear about that. Her making an app.
yeah, it was an app called Z's.
Z's. Okay.
And it was basically an ASMR app. And, you know, they paid creators to be like partners on their site, blah, blah, blah,
hmm
post exclusive videos. But it was about the same price as YouTube Premium, which it's like at that point just buy YouTube Premium and watch ASMR.
Right.
And so there were other ASMR creators coming out and they were like, I didn't like consent to have my videos re-uploaded to the site where I'm not making ad revenue off of, blah blah blah. And it's a whole situation, and I can't make a video on it because I don't have proof of this. This was
hmm
all in like this was all years ago.
Right.
But that's another weird thing about YouTube. Like, I like to have proof. I'm not just gonna make videos rambling about things, you know?
Then it's like you have no like credibility really.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, there's that, and then you have like a lot of ASMR, you know, chicks. They do OnlyFans, and it's
Hmm.
like you gotta wonder like, what's the link? Like, why are there so many?
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think of like? I know we're talking about copyright strikes, but what do you think of like reaction channels or like content stealing like that?
Uh, I think it's scummy, but I think it under fair use it is protected. Unfortunately,
Like do you
like
think
I don't.
reaction channels are protected under fair use?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it depends on the reaction really.
Hmm.
Like stuff like SS Sniper Wolf to me sucks. I made a video on this guy named Stanimus who
Uh-huh.
he's literally the same as SS Sniper Wolf where they'll just play a TikTok and then put their head in the corner. That kind of stuff sucks.
Right.
But I think if someone, if someone's watching a movie trailer and then they pause it and be like, "Oh, like I really like this scene because this was my favorite comic growing up and it really captured." Like if they have something to add, I'm all for reactions.
Hmm.
But if you're just gonna watch the video and go like, "Ooh, nice," like you're not adding any, you're not, transforming that content.
Right. 'Cause I know that that was a huge topic of conversation at least a month or
Mhm.
two ago when like
Yeah, I mean it's still kind of
XQC,
going.
like Twitch streamers and all that. It's
Yeah.
just it's because whenever they would react to videos, they wouldn't say anything or add to it. So people were like,
Yeah, they
oh,
wouldn't add
yeah.
anything. Like, if that's the reason why fair use exists is because, you know, people would try to sue over little dumb things that shouldn't be able to be sued over.
Hmm.
But if someone's like, "Yeah, you just put your face in the corner of my video," you know, unfortunately, that's something you'd have to like go to court and argue. And
Right.
if the lawyer, if the judge were to look at that and say, "Well, yeah, I mean, he paused your video for 1 second and said OMG," like, I guess it's fair use.
Would that be
So
considered fair use? Pausing for 1 second and giving like a
I
one
think
word.
so.
I mean,
That's what
I don't know.
XQC and what's his name argued that Ethan Klein. They
Well,
actually debated.
Ethan was in that situation. Ethan was right.
Yeah,
XQC was
but
wrong.
they
Yeah.
debated it, and
Yeah.
they were talking about that JFK video that guy made,
Right.
and he was like, "Look, dude, like the original JFK video was 20 minutes. Your reaction was 22 minutes. You only
Hmm.
added 2 minutes of you going, 'Oh my god, chat, did you see that?
So
Did you see that,
I
chat?'"
think to be fair, the video was like 2 hours actually.
Okay,
Yeah. So, but
I
yeah,
might
it's
have been
like
wrong, but there was
basically uploaded his video almost.
yeah, there was one video. I don't know what video it was, but there was one video that was like 20 minutes long, and XQC literally added like an extra minute,
Yeah. It
which
was
is
just
just absurd.
right. Whenever
But
because of course I do stream and I do watch some videos.
mhm.
Whenever I do reaction content, I do try to like add stuff and pause it.
Yeah,
And if I were to make
well,
a video of it, if
mhm.
there's a part where it's like a main section of the video playing, I'll try to like edit that out. Yeah, you're losing
Right.
context in the video, but like I of course try to like not just
Well,
play the
there's
entire
a
video.
reason why it's called the reaction. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, if you let's say you stream for 3 hours, and in that stream you watch a new trailer for a game, and it's a cool reaction. Like you laugh at it, you make like a funny joke. Go for it. Upload that. I think that's fair use because you transformed the video. Like your
Right.
joke made that video different than if I were to just watch it by myself.
Right.
But XQC, all his uploads are just the exact same thing. Like, is this real, chat? Is that a real, chat?
Chat. Is this
What,
real?
chat? Is this real? Oh my god! And it's like you could literally just record yourself saying that and then add it to every video, and nobody would
Honestly,
know if that's a real
exactly,
reaction.
exactly. And the thing is,
And it's kind of
I think he would try to like lie and say like, oh, he would like ask for permission when he really didn't.
yeah, and yeah, all the people came out and were like, "No, you didn't,"
Right.
and it's stuff's so funny. Same with Sniper Wolf. Like there's a difference from a react like Tyrone Magnus, you ever heard of him?
I don't think so. No.
He's a reaction channel dude and he's so funny. Like he has like a whole introduction where he'll come in like doing like a WB entrance or
Hmm.
something, and then he cracks jokes before, like he'll crack like 2-3 minutes of jokes before he watches a trailer. And then he'll pause the trailer and like make more jokes and talk.
Uh huh.
And then after the video, he'll crack more jokes and it's funny. And he'll make a 2-minute Marvel trailer like a 10-minute video
Right.
of him, I feel like that's transformative enough.
Do
You
you
know?
do you agree with I heard this argument is saying you should only probably react to videos you're like informed about, because like again, even if you let's say you watch a video of like building a house,
Mhm.
what experience do you have to add to a
Oh,
house?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
That's
it's
that.
weird because like it's like if I'm watching a video like, oh, I don't know what I'm watching it, learning it with y'all, I have nothing to say.
Mhm.
So I think it's better. Do you think it's better to watch things you're like informed about so you
Yeah, that's
can
something you
give
should watch on
transformative
your
content,
own, I think.
or yeah.
Yeah, I like Asmongold. You know Asmongold?
Yeah.
Because he's a nerd and he'll often watch video or videos on video games and World of
Hmm.
Warcraft stuff, and he'll pause it and explain. And so if I was watching that original video, I have no idea what they're talking about
Hmm.
because I don't play those games. I don't know anything about World of Warcraft. But Asmongold, the way he reacts to it is he'll pause it and explain it for people who, like me, wouldn't know anything about the game or what's happening.
Right.
And like you said, he's knowledgeable on it. But if Asmongold just watched a guy build a house and was like, huh,
It's like, huh?
why didn't they
Like,
cut the wood that way? That's cool. Like, why are you watching this? And
but it's like
you're not like
it's
a
not knowing a bad reaction. Like, say if you're just like you're
uh,
generally just, like trying to watch,
I
is that a
think
bad
there's a
reaction?
difference. But when I'm trying to think of how I want to word
Actually, I
this.
think the difference is if you upload it. You can probably just watch
Well,
it and
well,
stream it,
yeah,
but if you
that's
upload it,
I
then
don't
that's bad.
mind if you want to react to videos all day long streaming. That's cool. I mean, but if you're re-uploading it with the same
Right.
title and stuff, like many have mentioned, that's where the problem
Right.
comes
Okay.
in.
Yeah. That's probably the difference.
Because then if I search, Angelica ASMR, and instead of me popping up, XQC comes up, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, chat, Cam Nugget, that's crazy. Oh, is this
I
real?"
know, bro.
You
Oh,
know,
yo, she
if
did that,
that
chat. She
pops
did
up,
that.
what? She's a Christian? What?
I don't
Oh
know.
my god. And his maids come in and like clean the room.
Oh my god.
Something like that would be like, I don't like that because
Hmm.
you're like people say, you're cannibalizing the original video.
Right.
The original video, most likely by a creator smaller than you. You know, even like I don't know how to. When it comes to small creators, I don't mind what I like to call slop content. Where it's where you pump stuff out just because you're trying to see what picks up on the
Uh huh.
algorithm,
Hmm.
whether it's React. Because when I first started on YouTube, I tried it. I tried reaction videos, nothing really got views. I did commentary, kind of worked out. And then, I do drama. That's where it worked.
Hmm.
And so now that I know what works, I should improve my quality and content.
Hmm. How long have you been doing YouTube, by the way?
Like 3 months.
3 months. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of told myself, like, I'm tired of working retail. Let me try
Hmm.
something different.
That's actually good. Yeah. So like, you started like just fresh out, like no experience with YouTube, like no prior
Nothing.
posting, just
I
like you
mean,
started.
I've posted videos like as a child, like just
Yeah.
goofy dumb stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We probably all have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of actual content, like I edit, I script,
Uh huh.
yeah, 3 months.
That's pretty good. What would you
Appreciate
say
you.
is your like? I know you said you do drama, but what would you like say is like your goal for your channel, like in the future?
I think commentary stuff is funny. Like that's my main stuff I listen to is, it'll just be a gameplay in the background and a guy talking about something.
Uh huh.
People like what's his name? Or It's a Gundam, you know him?
I think I have heard him. Yeah.
He's just like this goofy commentator guy who talks about funny situations. and it's researched and like there's data and stats. I like that's the kind of stuff I like to do. Like I've never liked like welcome to the channel, guys. Today we got some
Yeah.
crazy news about Grand Theft Auto 6. Like heck no, I can't do that. I really can't.
I mean, you could, you could, but
I
no.
could, but
you,
yeah,
you
it's
probably
like,
don't want to. Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, I want to do something fun. Because then
Right.
if I were to live stream, people are gonna come into my streams being like expecting me to be like, "What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream."
That's
No,
super
like,
hard to keep up for a stream, bro. I know, because I've done
yeah,
long
just
streams, short streams. It's just, it's super hard to keep up.
yeah, like I want to get to a point where my content, represents my personality, and that's an important one because, in terms of like politics and stuff on YouTube, people really want you to agree with their politics. And so when people subscribe to you, like they get really offended if you don't have like their politics.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm not entitled to believe like what you believe,
Has that happened to you already? Like, I guess probably with like Angelica
yeah.
and like some other stuff you've done, right?
Yeah, so I'm more of like in terms of politics, I'm kind of just in the center. Like there are some things on the right I agree with, some things on the left I agree with.
Yeah.
And so when I make videos on topics, I'll talk about it. Like I made a video on Bungie. They put out this message and they were like, "Oh, we want to say thank you to like our Latinx
the Latinx, yeah, that was the whole thing."
And I was like, I made a video saying like, "Bro, like this is silly. Like you should go to real Latin people and ask them like, what do you think about this,
right,
before you just want to post it, And I had a subscriber, from my Angelica stuff, and they assumed that I'm like some woke guy. Which I mean, I guess I am to an extent. Like I agree, like I'm inclusive. I don't mind. Like I love trans people, gay people, whoever you are.
Well, so they expected you to agree with Bungie, but that's not.
Yeah, they expect. When I made this video saying Latinx is dumb and all my Spanish friends who are actually Latins think it's dumb.
Right.
This person was like, wrote me like a paragraph, and
Ain't
they're
no
like,
way.
They're being inclusive and you sound very hateful and bigoted because you don't want to accept trans Latin people. I'm like, dude, trans Latin people don't want to be called Latinx either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't. Yeah.
You're just spitballing here. And yeah, I get stuff like that all the time. Or, if I make a video, what was another one I did? I made a video about the Starfield pronoun stuff.
I vaguely heard about that. What was the deal?
Yeah. The deal was like when you go to create your character, the game doesn't have male or female. It lets you choose your face, your body, your voice, and well, not your voice because you can't hear yourself, but it doesn't have like choose your sex. It just has like there's some bodies that are obviously like women, some bodies that are obviously men.
Yeah.
And then faces that are obviously men, women, vice versa. But you can make like the craziest, wackiest, ambiguous character ever. And at the very end, it says pick your pronouns. So then when the NPCs talk to you, they'll be like, oh, it's a he, it's a she, you know? And these people were freaking out because you had to pick your pronoun.
They're saying that's like too woke or something. That's like bad.
Yeah, they were saying that's too woke. And there was this British guy who went viral on Twitter because he was like, pronoun selection. It took me out of the universe. And I'm like,
wait, then what's the difference between them giving you pronouns rather than you picking?
Exactly.
Like, you're still being called something at the end of the day, right?
Exactly. It's such dumb complaints.
Right.
And then, I made a video on it. And I got all of those like conservatives in my video, in my comments, and they're like,
"Oh no,
you're an idiot!" Like they start with pronouns, and next
and
thing
then
you'll be playing as a transgender and blah blah. And I'm like, dude, it's not the same. It's a role playing game.
Exactly.
Like, don't you want more customization in a game about customization?
They just want to get mad at anything at this point, right?
Yeah. And then, like, in the past, I've made videos about Hassan Piker because I think he's a doofus.
Yeah. That man's good. That man, oh my God, that man's...
Bro says whatever, the first thing that comes to his brain, and it's usually not good things. And so I've made videos talking about him, and his fans don't like it. So it's like, you can't win them all, you know.
Hmm.
And if you get haters, that's even better because that's more people coming to you, spreading hate to your videos, spreading ad revenue to your
Right,
videos.
like indirectly they're
So
hating, but like they're
yeah,
helping you out. It's hate, but they're helping.
oh yeah, definitely. And it is what it is. I can't
Hmm.
be mad at them because people become like chronically online. They start to think these like million sub YouTubers are their friends. You know,
Oh yeah, nah. They would
they're
defend them like
not.
to the end. Yeah.
Yeah, Hassan just says anything for money. I mean, I don't blame him. It's a hard life out, a hard world out here. And if he's making millions just saying, "Yeah, get rid of capitalism,"
Oh my god,
then good for
his
you,
position
bro.
is
You
so
found the
his
money.
position is so weak on that. Like, oh my god, he can't
Yeah, it's
really
like
defend it.
you found the money glitch. Good job. Yeah, like I don't understand how the dude became the most successful political streamer of all time. Yet when another political streamer like Destiny
Uh
will
huh.
want to debate him, he'll be like, I'm not a good debater. I
Yeah,
don't
he
debate.
like, oh,
It's like,
I don't want to. He doesn't reach out. He doesn't do anything except he's just in his little
yeah,
stream bubble, and like doesn't ever
yeah,
do
he's in his
anything
bubble
else.
and he'll ban you and insult you and call you racist or something if you
Right,
disagree with him. And at the same time, he'll be all of those things,
right.
you know?
Like, yeah, he's like capitalism is bad, but he's like hyper consumer, like consumerist.
Oh yeah, hyper. He'll
Like,
buy a Eat the Rich shirt that's like $70, you know?
right.
He's a real cornball. But I mean, I'm not mad at him. I don't hate him.
Yeah,
He is what it
I'm
is
not.
what it
I don't
is.
lose sleep, but it's like it's just he's like a hypocrite. I'm not. I don't really like
Yeah,
his
I
politics.
feel like
Yeah,
he's just a character, you know?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. I just feel like he is like no backbone sometimes. I don't know.
That's possible.
Um,
Like I feel like he has people like him, they have opinions, but they're not as passionate as they seem when they're trying to make money, you know?
right.
Like, do you know Melanie Mack?
No, I don't.
She's this streamer chick and she she got canceled and then she became like super conservative and she used to be super liberal.
Uh huh.
And on her videos, she's super conservative and even on Twitter she's like really homophobic and stuff. And I feel like that's a character because it's like you couldn't make money being liberal because you got canceled, so you switched to the other side and
Uh
now
huh.
you're super that. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers and stuff just kind of go along with that,
Probably, yeah. Um,
It happens.
so what content would you like to make, like in the future, if you have any plans?
I like stuff like this. Like I
Uh huh.
like
Like chats.
discussions. Yeah, I like chatting. Um, I'm not a debater, but I mean, if I was better at debating, I think debating would be fun. Like I love watching Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I used to really not agree with most of his politics, but I started watching him, and I'm kind of hooked because the way he debates is just great. Like he understands where he could change his mind.
Right.
He has his facts. He has his data. He doesn't like get emotional. He doesn't block people and like
Mm-hmm.
cry. It's
Yeah,
like I've
he actively
debated with
seeks out, that
yeah,
conversation.
like I've debated with friends in real life and been like, "Are you good? Like you're good? Like it's just a friendly debate. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna. You're not a bad person if you disagree with me. Blah blah blah." And I've literally had friends like block me and be like,
In
and
no
then like
way.
later, I get like a middleman. Like I'll get a friend and ask him like, "Why'd you block me?" And like, well, I didn't like his opinions or blah blah blah. And
In
it's
no
just
way.
like, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, so you would like to do more discussions in the future?
Yeah, I like discussions,
Uh-huh.
debates, and stuff.
Yeah,
Like I've
I'm trying
reached
to
out.
do more of that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of your stuff. I saw your Angelica video. I didn't watch all of it because when I was doing research, I didn't want to spoil everything and like
Right, right.
plagiarize on accident.
Uh-huh.
Like you ever watch a video and someone's points are so good,
It's like
you
yeah, you
like
end up stealing
remember
that
it.
point, right?
Yeah, and you steal it on accident. And I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so I watched your video and I like the format where you have like 3, 4 people talking, discussing
Mm-hmm.
it. That's cool. That's what I like.
Yeah, for
And
that
different
for
different
that
opinions too.
Yeah, it's like cause the thing about that, I was like trying to find people to like talk
Yeah.
about it, and I went to TikTok. I don't even use TikTok, so I was like, okay, let me just see
Yeah.
who is like really speaking about it. So
Oh
I
yeah, you
found,
got Habavamba on it, huh?
I got her, and I got Sav. They're a
Nice.
political TikToker. They have a lot of
Mm,
opinions, and they spoke about Angelica. So I was like, you know
that's
what?
cool.
Let me reach out to them. I didn't expect them to say
Yeah,
yes at all. I thought they was like ignore
that's
me
what
or
I was.
block me. I'm like, what? But yeah, they actually said yeah.
Because yeah, when I saw your video, that's why it made me wonder like why you don't have more views.
Hmm.
Because when I when I look up a topic, I like to see if it's saturated or not.
Right.
Like if 20 people covered a topic and they have millions of views, I'm not going to really make a video because it's not going to compete with theirs. But when I googled like Angelica drama, yours was like the only video that came up, and it didn't have a
Hmm.
lot of views. And I was like, but this is good. Like
Which one?
I guess
The initial one or like the one with
it was
multiple people?
the big debate. The big not
Okay.
debate, but the big discussion about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You were kind of pausing the video and talking about her points.
Hmm.
And you were like, there was one part you were like, "Oh, she's 0 for 3 now. Here she goes."
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm kind of like I kind of want to delete that video because in like
Nah,
some and
don't.
no, I'm not gonna delete it, but because it's yeah, I need it. But
Maybe edit it more. Maybe I don't know.
no,
See if
it's just
like
because I had some I in some parts I agree with Angelica where I shouldn't have, and like now I conceded. Like now it's like wait a minute,
mm.
that's probably wrong. So like
Well,
I mean it's a learning
I
experience for
I
me.
I think she's made some points. Again, you don't want to agree with someone like that. It's like if you agree with Kanye West,
Yeah.
you're kind of lumping yourself in with the stupid stuff he said too.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'm not
Or
afraid
with
to like
Andrew Tate.
I'm not afraid to like agree with her like on a surface
Hmm.
level, but it's just like again that how deep it goes. I was like, okay, wait, hold up. I need to actually dig into this and see like what is this all about. And
Yeah,
I did like a week's worth of research and I did that panel.
yeah. Well, that's how I felt because when she was talking about OnlyFans, I thought she made good points. I was like,
Yeah, the OnlyFans thing,
it's
I think that was super fair. Yeah.
yeah, because she experienced it. It's not like she's some random person who hates OnlyFans chicks. Like she
Uh huh.
actually had an OnlyFans. She had creepy people like trying to buy, inappropriate content of her, stuff like that.
Uh huh.
And when I was doing my research for my video, like I would see people in these like forums and chats and they'd be wanting her to do some crazy
No,
stuff.
yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
And
I didn't see any of that,
she
but yeah,
didn't
I've heard it.
yeah, and she didn't end up doing any of it, which I mean
Yeah.
props to her.
Right.
But yeah, her opinions were decent. Like she was like, yeah, it's just a bunch of like rich dudes with a lot of money and they kind of want to they think because they're throwing money at you like you're going to be their personal little dancer or whatever.
Right.
Like they were fair points. But then 5 minutes later she starts saying like, oh yeah, women need to get back to the kitchen.
Yeah. That's why
And you're just
like
like, never
I think her
mind.
take on like because like I mean you can do whatever you want. I'm not trying to tell people to like not do what they want, but like I think
Yeah.
sex work probably does have a negative effect on your mental. Like you can still do it. I'm not
Uh-huh.
trying to say don't, but like I think that
Yeah.
stuff probably does like hinder your mental. You know.
Oh yeah, I think you have to really be in like a unique state of mind to consider sex work,
Uh
which
huh.
isn't really a bad thing. It's like maybe you went through trauma,
Right.
like and you think that's normal, or maybe you're around them and they make you feel comfortable, like you're around a lot of sex workers,
Yeah.
because that's how it is. Like a lot of influencers who become sex workers, they're usually around other influencers who've become sex
Right.
workers
Yeah.
and they get convinced like, well, this is just a side hustle, like I'm not hurting nobody, I'm making money. But I think what really comes into play is the whole like aspect of it's always there.
It's
you know
always there. Yeah, and it's
there
hard
were going to
to.
be
It's kind of hard to branch out from that once you're like stuck in that.
yeah, there were going to be these little community of weirdos who were like trading your images around
Right.
like
Right.
Pokemon cards and like, oh man, do you have the archive of like the 2019 Angelica?
Oh my god.
It's going to be just like that.
Hmm.
And I think she made really good points about that. But again, her other points were kind of goofy.
Yeah, cause I think it's the long term effects that is what makes the sex work bad. Like now, like oh, I'm just getting
Yeah.
money. OnlyFans, just this is that, but like it's just like
Yeah.
the long term effects on your mental,
Well, yeah,
on your
because
image.
only
It's just yeah.
yeah, OnlyFans is like YouTube. You know, on YouTube, you might have a YouTube career for like a month, a
Uh huh.
year, a few years. It's the same with OnlyFans. The only difference is on YouTube, yeah, there might be some dumb videos of you being silly online forever, compared to OnlyFans is pictures of, you doing things
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
forever.
Exactly.
And that's crazy. Cause I mean, when people get like, let's say you get blackmailed, people like, ended themselves over blackmail, things
Right.
like
It's
that.
definitely yeah.
So you think that like permanently posting inappropriate pictures or videos of yourself won't have some type of effect? That's kind of crazy.
Hmm.
And I mean, again, it's like I'm all for it. We're in a crazy world right now. Like money's hard. Everybody's in debt.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I'm getting paid the same I was 3 years ago,
Oh hell no.
but
It's
prices
yeah.
went up by
I
times
know,
two.
bruh. Damn.
Stuff like that. It adds up.
I think the one person who kind of successfully left that industry was like Mia Khalifa in a way. And, like, yeah, it's like still in her past, but I think
Have
she's
you heard about what she did recently?
yeah, I heard that. But like just in terms of like the sex work thing, I just feel like I think she's
Kind of. I
far
mean, I
from
feel
that,
like
I think.
she made a lot more fame out of it than in it.
Right. Like I think now that she's like not anymore, she probably, got way more
I think
fame.
she does like OnlyFans now, but
I think I'm not
she's
sure.
not like getting abused. In her
Yeah.
words, she said she was abused.
Right.
So that's
That's something
good,
I'm
I
glad she like
guess.
escaped like the actual like
Yeah,
porn industry. So yeah.
yeah, I'm with you. I think that's good on her. I think I think it helped a lot that she was kind of a meme.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
literally from the
remember that.
beginning of that career, I remember I was maybe in high school or something, and I would see pictures of her, like those big
Dude,
glasses.
oh my gosh, she was last time like
And
you
it's like
cannot escape, bro. You can't
yeah,
escape
you
me. Yeah.
if you see that girl, you're like, oh,
Max,
here
you know
she
what? No,
is.
I haven't seen that. What do you mean? I don't watch that stuff.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
be
know
like,
what you're talking about.
I
Yeah, what are
think
you talking
it's
about?
even worse if you say you haven't, because people are like,
Yeah.
oh, who you fooling,
Then
bro?
you lying, bro, yeah.
Right. No, but yeah, it's good on her.
Mm-hmm.
I
Let me
think
see.
Sasha Grey. I would say Sasha Grey did better. Do you know her?
She and like escaping that,
No, she left a long time ago, and she was like a voice actor in Saints Row. I think she became like a teacher, but I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
that worked out.
I don't know. I'm not
But
in on that,
she's a
yeah.
streamer now on Twitch, and she's really popular.
Okay. I'm about to
I
look
mean,
at her stuff. Not
of
her old
course, she
stuff, her new
keeps.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Bing. Let me check Bing real quick.
Yeah.
Image reserve search off. No, but I mean, good on her. I always thought she was a decent person. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mia Khalifa said some goofy things, you know, so it's kind of hard to be like,
Yeah, and like her it's funny, like I know have you heard about her take on like marriage like, and divorce?
yeah, where she got
Yeah.
married like 3, 4 times. She was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm the Tom Brady of this game.
Is she like just if it's not working out, get divorced. But I'm like, I just like
Yeah,
she's not treating marriage seriously then. Like,
yeah, not at all. She just finds like some rich like influencer dude and marries him, and then
right.
divorces him.
And I think it's true, like if you're not happy, get a divorce. But there has to
Yeah,
be a point like the before marriage, can you see yourself with that person, you know? You can't
yeah,
always tell, like
exactly.
things happen, but like you have to, go through that stages and just not get
Yeah,
married like
marriage
within like a
is
month.
yeah. I mean, marriage is something really intimate. You know,
Right.
like no, there's no difference from what Mia was doing than guys who like marry a chick in the military so that they can get like housing allowance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you marry someone because you love them, or is it just like some weird stability to be like, yeah, I'm married? Like, and what does the title mean if you don't actually love this person?
Like yeah, people just
You
use
know?
it as like a title now, and like people
Yeah,
like
because
don't
it
want to get married anymore. People think it's like cringe. So yeah, it's just
right. Like there's like the meme that like there's like the housewife who's on like her fourth divorce, you know what I
right.
mean? Or like the soccer mom, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's true. Like these people don't understand what love is, what the point of marriage is. It's really strange.
Exactly. That's what I like. But at first, you know, I've been like, oh, I don't want to get married, blah blah blah. But like
Yeah.
the more you grow up, you're like, you know what? Like all this is just like internet talk. Like everyone wants to have somebody. Everyone wants to get married. Like people
Yeah,
just like it's
everybody.
just well, maybe not married, but like everybody wants that somebody you can just spend
Yeah.
time with and be special. So yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I was with this girl that I used to work with, and it was so great. Like we would just hang out, and
Uh huh.
sometimes like we worked together, so it was cool. Like we would just go on our breaks together. Like after work, we'd go
Hmm.
like get food after, go get dinner. It was
Yeah.
dope. And then like when it doesn't work out, you're like depressed for a week or
Uh
two.
huh. It's like, man, I shouldn't even try, bro. Like he's like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
you're
like
like,
it's
I'm gonna die. I hate
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, you're like, what the heck was I crying about that for?
Right. I mean, yeah, it hurts, but
It's
it's like you kind of just have to
yeah, it's
just
life
move
goes
on.
on.
Yeah.
It is funny.
I definitely had some like definitely had some breakups where I'm just like um down for a bit, but then
Yeah.
or like you're stuck on that person and you want to like
Hmm.
rekindle probably, but you know I'm like, you know, kind of just gotta move on, kind of gotta live.
Yeah, I the girl I was talking about, I reached out to her and was like, hey, like I I I know we didn't end on like good terms, but it's like hope you're doing well in life,
Right,
blah blah
right.
blah. Because she ended up like she moved, and like before she moved she was like talking to other dudes at work, and I was kind of getting
Oh
jealous.
no.
Yeah.
Talking
And
how
so
like you know
like
like flirty and stuff.
yeah, but she was mad at me that I was mad at her. And it was like
Ah,
some
yeah,
corny
yeah.
like middle school stuff.
Right.
But
Gotcha.
she ended up like deleting me off everything and like
Damn.
hated me. Yeah, and then like I said, after I went to clarify and apologize, like she pretty much just like ghosted me, and I was like, well, moving on, I
Damn,
guess.
that ended like that.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah, I was
sad,
like,
bro.
moving on in life.
It's like, well,
Life goes on,
that's
bro.
over. Yep.
Yeah,
On to the next.
exactly. And other than that, I was like, I still had good times with her,
Right.
you know.
Like it wasn't
But
all bad.
other
Like you learn how to be in a relationship. You learn how to like care for somebody. You
yeah.
learn people skills. So yeah.
Hmm. Exactly. What was funny was she wasn't even like normal girls. Like she wasn't one of those girls who's like, call me on the phone, let's talk all day.
Uh
Like
huh.
I that's what I kind of liked because
Was
she
she like
would
kind of
only
to
really
herself, kind of?
yeah, kind of like she would be like make a let's make a date, like let's go see a movie, blah blah blah,
Mm,
and then that was set. And it's not like she wouldn't bother me ever until then, which I was kind of like cool. Like it's not like she bothered me, but it's like at the same time she's not like nagging,
right.
like she was letting me do my own thing, play video games, chill. And then when it was our time to chill, it was our time to chill.
Right. I'm kind of on the fence of that. It's like, yeah, I don't like super like on top of you, like clingy or clingy, whatever
Yeah.
you call it. But then when I don't have it, it's like, well, why aren't you? You know, I'm kind of
Yeah.
in the middle. So it's
It's
like, yeah,
middle. Cause like she had a thing where she just wouldn't text me like all day.
uh,
And I'd be like, you literally have your phone on you 24/7.
yeah,
Like text me back. But then it makes
exactly.
me seem like I'm the crazy
It's
one.
like, 'cause, yeah, I'm in the situation now. It was like this. I'm like, I can't read this person. I don't know if they're like
Yeah.
into me or not. But like,
It's
yeah,
like
it's
you
like
don't love me anymore.
we won't really text. But like in person, it's like probably fine. And like on the phone, it's fine.
Yeah.
But then texting is just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Some people are just strange like that.
But I don't know if that makes me a
I think it
hypocrite.
makes yeah, it kind of makes you emotional though, because you're like, I see how you text your friends and you go
Dude, for
crazy with them, but then when you text
real.
me, it's like these one word cornball replies like I don't know you.
Well,
You
I'm
know?
not in that bad, bro. But it's just like,
Oh really?
just sometimes like we won't text for like a while, which is fine. Like, I don't
Mm.
care. I've learned to just like
Yeah,
let
life
people have
goes on.
space. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when you get older, it definitely becomes like that.
Hmm.
I saw you were on stream with what's her name? Bot?
A Cubot? Oh.
How'd that happen? How did that
Okay.
happen?
Well, there's not even like any like deep story lore. She just does like
Mm.
viewer call-ins. There was like this. I guess they're
Oh,
technically like dates. I don't care. I don't want to
mm,
date her. I don't not in for that. But I go
yeah.
on there just to like stir up some conversation or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the thing. When
that's
I
how I
saw
got
you
on.
on there, I was like, you met this Twitch celebrity and your channel is small still? Like,
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I maybe one day I'll blow up. I don't know, but it's
maybe,
just
yeah,
yeah, maybe one
just
day.
keep being consistent for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, that's
That's
the
how it
thing.
is. Like I've seen YouTubers who I've followed for years and they just randomly blew up.
Hmm.
Like, do you know Some Ordinary Gamers?
Yeah,
I
with a
used to
heart. Yeah.
watch him when I was like his age, like when he was a kid making those funny like scary gaming videos.
Uh
I was a
huh.
kid too watching those, and he was like a small channel, and then literally he just randomly blew up to millions and millions.
I know.
It's the same with Critical. Like I always knew of him, and then I found him. He was funny, and then he blows up, and then he's like, "What's up, guys? How's it going, guys? It's me."
And the good
And
thing
it's
about
kind of
him is
like,
like he
"Damn, good
never
job."
changed up his content, or he added more, but he never
Yeah,
like changed. I think that's really good.
yeah. He always just had that weird like bland humor where he's like, "What's up, guys?" And everyone be busting up in the butt cheeks
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
the new
still.
Call of Duty and
Uh
put it
huh.
on the slot meter. It's funny. Good for
Hmm.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
One
of
day.
people like that where I feel like people who just have that kind of personality, they're the ones who stay famous the longest on
Hmm.
YouTube. Because when people like fake a personality or they have a character they play up, it's hard to just keep going with that. And then when they have a moment where they're like intimate and out of character, people realize it's fake and they
Right.
kind of move on.
Exactly.
That's exactly what happened with like Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
It's what happens
She.
with all these
Yeah.
people who play a character.
It's like it works, but again, yeah, you are stuck in that box if it is a character.
Yeah, you're stuck in that, and you're gonna have like a couple fans, but when you're someone like Moist, he can literally just pump out content until the day he dies, and it's just always gonna be, "What's up, guys?"
Yeah.
Every
It's just
video
literally
you
whatever
expect.
he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
Hmm. I mean, for me, it's like I know it's like, oh, why aren't you have more views? But I think my views are doing pretty good, at least as of late, like as of the
Yeah,
past few months. I think it's been doing fine,
hmm
like for my channel size. Like, yeah, like
that's good.
if you think 120 views isn't a lot for like, of course, like someone with like 1,000 subscribers or whatever, but like 120
hmm
for me, that's like a lot. So that's why I like.
Yeah, that isn't bad. I know with me, for example, my Angelica video popped off,
Uh huh.
and so that kind in the long run it kind of hurt my channel because when I saw the growth like 170K views in a day, or not a
Hmm.
day, like a week, and then I'll make a video that only gets 100 views.
Right.
It'll My YouTube will be like, "Ugh, your videos suck, bro. You're doing something wrong." And I'm like,
Yeah, no,
"No, I just had a lucky
yeah, it's like,
video."
bro, it's not a bad video. It's just the one that I did was so great that it's like I couldn't really compete
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
Well, not even that. I got a good topic before other
Yeah.
people did, and it became like I did a video on Gwen Gwiz,
Hmm.
and it was doing okay. But JoJo made a video on Gwen Gwiz, and he's a famous ASMR person, so it went viral.
Right.
But a lot of the stuff he mentioned in his video, I said in my video.
You think he watched your video? You think he posted it after?
I don't know. He
I
subscribed to
think
me.
he did, bro. He stole
He
it.
subscribed to me. Nah, I ain't saying
He did
nothing.
see the secret watch. He subscribed on his alt account, yeah.
He did. He subscribed on his commentary account, which has like a smaller subscribers, but
Uh-huh.
good for him. If I made a good video that piqued his interest, I would have liked a little tag maybe, but it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am. If I know I'm not a big YouTuber, but if I literally even borrow like a photo, a clip, anything, you're getting like 19 mentions, like your at in my description on the
Right, yeah.
video. Because it's like, it doesn't take a lot to, you could literally change somebody's life when you're a big streamer, a big YouTuber.
Uh-huh.
Literally just tagging someone could get them like thousands of followers, and that could
Hmm.
change their life literally.
That's why I don't think React content is all bad. Even I think even if they
Yeah.
right steal your video, well, not steal,
Mhm.
but maybe like do a XQC type reaction. I don't think that's all bad because again, you are being put on a higher platform and like you're
Mhm.
met with newer
Well,
eyes. So
yeah,
it's like it can't be all bad, you know?
I feel like when it's mutual and the person who's reacting to the video has a mature enough fan base to understand that, it's
Right,
good. But with XQC, like all his subs are like little kids. I
right. So yeah,
probably I don't
it
know who
probably
his fans
wouldn't
are.
do the same. Maybe not.
Yeah, and so the whole debate with him and Ethan, the guy whose video got taken, he showed the stats and there was like this little bit of growth, like this little bit of growth in his channel.
Hmm. Well, no,
It's like
I
sure it's
think it
growth.
was as soon as XQC did the reaction, it spiked on his channel, and then
Mhm.
after that, like a day after, then it dipped because like almost no interactions.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
because it was probably people who just wanted to like look at it side by side maybe or
Side by side,
something.
like go to the video, click it, and maybe give a like,
Yeah,
comment. Yeah. So.
exactly. And it doesn't end up affecting anyone. But
Hmm.
like let's say you make a commentary video and in your commentary you're like, "Oh, there's this great video by, Tune."
Hmm.
And then I link your thing in my description. I'm like, "He made a great video. Here's this little clip. Go sub to him, go show some love." Like that's a cool way to
Right.
do a
Right. Yeah.
reaction instead of just, "What's up guys? Today we're going to be reacting to top 10 funny fart videos." And
And
then you
just
just
watch
sit
the
in the corner
video and
gig
just upload it. Right.
yeah, and you just sit in the corner giggling, and your thumbnail is you like
Hmm.
with a fart coming out. That stuff's
Whenever I
funny,
do it,
dude.
I try to shout them out, like of course in the description and all that, and also like
Oh
if I'm
yeah.
live, I'm watching a video, I'll put the link in chat and be like,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, go like, go subscribe. I mean, if they
Yeah.
don't do it, that's not my problem, but I do try to,
Yeah.
yeah, I try to
Yeah,
at least
I
put
mean,
that.
I'm definitely there. Like, even big YouTubers, they've said, like, I don't mind a reaction video. Go ahead and break my video down, talk about it.
Honestly.
But if you just slap your face in the corner, bye bye.
All right, I'm gonna do a little pivot. What do you think of
Yeah.
like the red pill? I know you brought up Andrew Tate, but what is your opinion on like the red pill community?
I think it's a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all just like a joke. Like, not a joke, but they might have ideas, but I really do think they overdo them because they know it makes money. It brings in money.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel like with a lot of that stuff.
Do you think it's hurt like people in society or like men in general? Because it's like targeted towards men.
Um, I feel like people who take that stuff serious were kind of like lost causes already,
Uh-huh.
and they just kind of found somebody who agrees with them
Right. Like
or kind of
they need
pushes their ideas.
right, they need somebody to make them feel good
Yeah,
about themselves, right?
but it was like Jordan Peterson. He
Uh-huh.
used to be really kind of cool, but then he
Mm-hmm.
became kind of dumb. But his like original ideas were kind of cool. They weren't really anything prolific. Like he'd be like, "Yeah, get out of bed, like stop feeling bad for
Mm-hmm.
yourself, do something with your life." You're like, "Okay, I can agree with this." And that's kind of how Andrew Tate started, where he was
Right.
like, "Yeah, just start going to the gym, start working out and start doing all this cool stuff. And if a girl doesn't like you, then move on." It was like, okay, I can get behind this. But then he started saying dumb stuff, like overdoing it, and you're just like,
Yeah, it's like
nah.
because he blew up like crazy, and it's
Yeah,
like
it's
he
kind
knew
of
he can get like the attention of everybody.
yeah, they all kind of do that. That's how it sounds dumb to say, but like that one German guy with the funny mustache, it all he's he started his, political run. He was saying things that people are kind of like, okay, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
That makes a little sense. And then it slowly got worse, and they're like, well, we're already stuck with them.
And he stuck with them. It's like, you know
That's
what?
not
And
how it
like
should
they're
be.
so deep into it, yeah.
Right. Like, I don't agree that, people should be like lied on and accused of things. I'm not saying he's been accused or lied on,
Mm-hmm.
but there are people who have been like, people are like, dang, this guy's pretty successful. We got to shut this down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm no conspiracy
Oh,
theorist,
you're
but
referring to Andrew Tate, who?
no, I'm definitely not. I'm pretty sure his allegations are all real.
Yeah, like there's a lot of evidence
Yeah, there's
out
a lot
there.
of
It's
bad
like
stuff,
it's like all right, well,
but there are definitely probably certain people in the world who, you know, they might have got to a point and someone's like, yeah, they don't need to be talking.
mm-hmm.
And
What
yeah,
happened?
I can't think of any examples, but I'm sure there have been people who've just kind of said stupid things, which are like completely protected by fair use in the world. Like they've literally been trying to like taken off the internet and everything, and it's just kind of like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, yeah,
Yeah,
you,
I do like the fact that the red pill arc is slowly dying. Like it's not
yeah,
as prominent as it was like at least even the beginning of this year, but like a year ago. Like you could not escape
hmm,
like all the red pill talking points of videos. It was so annoying.
yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, because you have people like Sneeko coming out and saying like, "Oh yeah, it was all a grift. Like
yeah,
I didn't mean any of it." You know?
which is like that's probably true, but then there was still some truth in it. Like yeah, it was
Mm,
probably all an act, all a grift, but I
yeah.
actually wait, I don't know. For him, you know what? I take that back. Yeah, he didn't mean
Well,
any of it because he just follows people.
he overdid it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but I think he just follows people.
yeah. I remember seeing his original video. There was one video of him arguing with that girl near the train. Do you know what video I'm talking
I
about?
think so. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
And
about.
this girl was kind of like rude, and she got in his face, and she's like, "What are you doing? Why are you interviewing people?
Uh huh.
You feel good? You feel good about yourself doing that?" Like that video is what I first saw him, and he was just calm, and he was like, "What is wrong? Like, why are you mad at me?" And that's what I was like, "Dang, this guy's kind of cool. Like he's asking questions. He's just kind of trying to figure out what this chick's problem is."
Uh
And at the end, like she liked him. Like she was kind of like she calmed down. Like he treated her like a puppy or something. Like,
huh.
hey, just calm down, calm down. And I was like, this guy's kind of cool. But then again, like, you know, my scenario with the mustache guy, he gets dumber, and you're just like, never mind.
Yeah, and then that's when like of course tape was blowing up, so like he followed in his
You know,
footsteps, and it's just yeah,
yeah, it's just like our friend Angelica. You know,
yeah.
she starts out kind of like, yeah, I don't really like, you know, that OnlyFans because there's a lot of creepy guys out there. And you're like, okay, okay.
Hmm.
And then she gets a little weird and she's like, yeah, and all gay people are groomers, by the way. You're like,
Oh my
huh?
god, it's like huh?
What are you
Like bro,
saying?
in like one rant, she'll spew like 5 or 6 different points. I'm like, wait, hold up. What did
Yeah.
you just say?
And you're
Like, I
like,
don't
I
even
can't.
know.
And you're like, and that's the thing. She gets away with it because her videos are like 2 hours long. Like, I'm not
Right.
sitting through a 2 hour long rant, bro. I'm sorry. Like, there's probably in her new like video essays, there's probably all kinds of stuff I can make videos on.
Hmm.
But I don't want to watch them,
Actually, yeah,
you
I didn't
know?
check that out. She's doing video essays now, right?
Yeah, she has a new channel and she does those essays again where she's like, yeah, Pope Francis, when he was like 20, he did this thing, you know?
Mm. I'm gonna check that out one day.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll
you
see.
should like do your research and do breakdowns of like each video.
Yeah, but again, I don't want to just like just single out Angelica all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I would love to do commentary videos, but it's like every person who is worth doing one on has had one done. And
Hmm.
people who are smaller channels and end up making one, they don't get a lot of views, which I mean, views aren't everything, but when it comes to growing, they are,
Right.
you know? And so that's why I think like your Angelica video did well, mine did
Hmm.
well,
Yeah,
because
because
people
it
are
was
like, what the heck?
a smaller
Yeah,
niche.
people are like, what the heck is going on with this chick? You know, I've even asked larger creators to cover it. Like I've reached out to Turkey Tom
Uh-huh, yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, have you heard of like Angelica ASMR? You should look this chick up." She's like really like I don't know if she's bipolar or she's going through something, but she used to be like super inclusive and then she became like red pilled and spreading some really crazy stuff and then
Yeah.
she got banned off of, you know, TikTok, but he never replied, so
Are you close with Turkey, Tom? Have
I'm
y'all
not. It would be cool if I was, but
have y'all like exchanged, messages or anything?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
I
I'll
guess
like
pretty hard to
if
just reach out to him then.
yeah, if he's live on YouTube, like I'll pop in and he reads his chat and he'll reply and stuff. But
Uh huh.
when it like a business, I guess a business partner since like, you know, one-on-one convo,
Mm-hmm.
nah.
Who's some people
I
that you
think the
wanna
closest
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think the closest in terms of like a famous creator is like JoJo following me.
Okay, yeah.
And he comments on some of my videos, which is funny.
How long was he following you or like subscribing to you?
He's subbed. I don't it doesn't tell me. I think after you hit like a certain amount of subs, it stops telling you through emails.
Oh, okay.
And so I just happen to be looking, and when I check my subscribers list, he was at the top because he has the most subs.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, okay, cool.
Okay, okay. We moving up.
Right. I was like, he's a fan. But again, you know, I don't know if he's a fan of me or a fan of my videos, so that he can borrow some
He's
ideas
like, you
later.
know
I don't
what?
know.
This is some stuff I can steal. How about that?
He's like, this guy's my personal researcher.
For real, bro.
He'll make a video and I'll just cover it and get more
Uh
views.
huh.